Holy shift. Whoa. Yeah, I remember Alex asking the question, do you still dream? And I thought maybe he was meaning, uh, do you still have like ambition? But no, it's just, dreaming at night. Well, we all always dream, but yeah, I know I don't always remember them. With me, it usually depends on how much sleep did I get? Did I go into deep sleep? If I wake up in the morning, do I still have time to, just lay in bed a little while longer? And yeah, because I have my own boss. I am my own boss. I have my own agenda. I don't need to go anywhere. So yeah, usually when I've already waken up, most of the time it's just to take a piss. And then yeah, I sort of doze off. That's usually when I remember my dreams most vividly. And yeah, uh, so this morning, I think it was around 4 a.m. I actually looked at the clock. It was 4:45, and yeah, I had this dream that felt like a nightmare, like something I don't like. Because a nightmare, it's yeah, it's too big a word. It was just, it didn't feel a very pleasant dream. And in the dream, I remember clearly. Now, not so clearly anymore, but right after waking up, um, sawing my ex-girlfriend leaving the room that's on the first floor. I sleep on the second floor, and she looked all dressed up, but all I saw was her walking away. Well, yeah, okay, so I didn't make any stories out of it because I just immediately fell asleep again. But then I think it was a couple hours later. I did wake up, but not fully woke up. So I'm like in this in between state for a long time. And because yesterday I got news from the Netherlands, and yeah, so the story popped up of me having to go back to the Netherlands, needing to go back to the Netherlands. Just the thought alone, it horrified me. It was like, so can you imagine being in that in between state? Huh? Peter Pan land, Never Never land, the moment between dreaming and awakening, something like this, sleeping and awakening. I don't know. I recently saw Hook, so it was like a reminder, like, yeah, remember that place. Well, it's the astral world, and I guess I was dealing with the whole notion of having to go back to the Netherlands, and I don't know. There was no uh, visions of or images. I didn't see anything. I was just in this energy the whole time. The resistance, the the disgust, like Netherlands. I mean, I'm so grateful to get to do this Bali adventure, to be here for such a long time. And yeah, alright, okay, so my logical mind said, hey, listen, if you go back there, maybe you can travel around in your car, continue your YouTubing. But I didn't even want to think about it. So I fell asleep again, woke up around 8, went to my office right here, right now, and this tension in my shoulders. I asked the girl when she came to bring my coffee, do you also do massage? And she says, what? Sorry? her, her English is not so good. When she speaks really good English, but I think her vocabulary is somewhat limited. To yes, please. Here's your coffee. Extra hot. Enjoy. Thank you. She is such a sweetheart. If she wasn't this young, because she's really young, I might have, asked her out. And okay, she is of legal age, but yeah, I mean, 56. But yeah, sometimes this there's this cheeky part in me, and that's like, well, you can take her out for dinner. But yeah, no, I can already sense that I would I would probably fall in love with her, my person. Jeroen. Yeah, it's also something that popped up in a conversation with a friend that is going through a divorce, and yeah, she found through dating she met first what felt like a twin soul, twin flame relationship, but after 7 months they ended it because they both felt like, no, it was fun, it was really great, but this is not the moment. And then she met another guy, and yeah, he totally understands women and how to please them, I think. And yeah, she has been without good sex for a long time. And now there's this dude, and she's going for it, but she also feels like not falling in love. Feels more like, yeah, this has potential, but I don't feel this longing. Just feel the excitement of meeting him once in a while. And I know that place. That's great. Because then you don't have to deal with all the relationship bullshit. But yeah, so apparently a letter was delivered at my place, government saying April something, you need to show up. And I was like, whoa. And normally I deal with these things, just a phone call, 15 minutes, half hour at most. But yeah, the whole notion, just the, wow. And I correct, and this is the thing when you're in this astral world, whatever you think, it appears in front of you. It's like manifested instantly. Um, yeah, I don't know if some of you are able to do like lucid dreaming, being awake in the dream, being aware in the dream. But yeah, as long as I don't interfere, I don't try to steer it, control the dream, then I can just watch the dream while being in the dream. Yeah, I saw myself going back to the Netherlands. I felt it. It was not like that was the funny thing. There were no images. It was just a constant feeling like. I think that's why my shoulders are like hurting because I probably were resisting sleep. No, I don't want this. But yeah, I mean, it's. I know I can definitely shift it. I can definitely influence which timeline. Uh, but I hope the music is okay. Last time I had like copyright claim, but because I'm not monetized, usually it's no problem. But it's loud again, and this song, you know this song, right? When everything is meant to be broken. It's the guy, he's the typical light worker, starseed, waking up in this world, and he's screaming out loud, like, listen, you have no clue who I am, you don't see me for who I am, so what the freak am I doing here? I think that's what it's about. But yeah, again, so I was going through it, and yeah, oh, timeline. I can shift timeline, but in general, I let my highest self do its thing. I just know my higher self will always choose the highest potential for me. So if this means going back to the Netherlands, then that's the highest potential, and it's probably for the best. I don't know yet, and because I have no attachment to outcome, in general, my person, Jeroen, he does have attachments to outcome. He definitely wants to, meet a new girl and travel the world. Yeah, a travel partner. Because yeah, I had fun past 6 years. It was heavy also. I mean, all the processing, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, the processing, it's part of this transition where we're in because we need to let go of all this old baggage that we're still carrying around. And you can call it traumas or dramas. It doesn't matter what you label it, but be careful with labeling it because before you know it, you made it into a story again and you're hanging on to this story, and then, the story becomes real. This is where I'm at. Always looking at the stories as happening in front of me, not being in it. And then when the story is clear, I can choose to, all right, so see the story. Is this really what's gonna happen? Like I knew this breakup was gonna happen, this walking together for a while and then separate. our paths would separate again. I knew that was going to happen. So just knowing it, I digested it, I embraced it, embodied it. Okay, so for a long time I was okay with it. Then when it happened, of course, it was like, I don't get why you're doing like this. Why are you giving me the silent treatment? Why are you, suddenly not the person anymore that I got to know so well? Where is the you that I love so much? And yeah, of course, there's attachments, and I had to let go and to see, like, listen, we change every single moment. We change so much sometimes. And then, yeah, when someone just doesn't resonate anymore, it's just, it's just time to let go. It's not that hard. But yeah, for the person, wow, whoa, my person, I think it took me around 3 months. We are almost in April now. January, February, March. Yeah, let's say 3 months. It took me 3 full months to digest it, peel off the layers, become aware of attachments, stories still being there. Um, yeah, I've also done something my friend didn't understand, rewriting the past. If you remember something happening in a certain way and you keep telling the story in that same way, then you pretty much solidify the past. But because the past is not the now, from the here now, you can rewrite the past. So I've been rewriting that story into from uh, first from, yeah, she did this, then she did this, then me, me, me. And I think one of the last stages was this anger. And basically, yeah, the anger was basically around how ungrateful, how uh, you see, I already rewrote it. I don't even remember. It was something like she was not grateful for all the time we spent together, for all the things we did together, for all the things I did for her. And yeah, it made me clear that I was I was not ready yet. And then when I was ready yet, I could, yeah, once the anger was expressed with a good friend, the one who's going through the divorce, then talking with another friend, the yoga friend, then I could feel the gratitude. I could feel the gratitude of, wow, yeah, so because of her, because of the relationship, because of what we went through together, because of the choices we took together, I am now here in Bali. You know, I could even say she is the one who brought me here, who made it happen, made it possible. And yeah, yeah, it was a beautiful co-creation. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, and now this nightmare. Yeah, no, I already know. I probably this year. Mm, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet which timeline I prefer because uh, I can clearly see the one timeline that I have to go back to the Netherlands to take care of some things. Um, no, I'm not gonna go into details. I just feel it. Yeah, I just know it somewhere somehow. Like, okay, so this is a potential timeline, and yeah, there's potential in it. There's a lot of potential in it. I don't see yet what the outcome will be, but I can feel like, yeah, this is very likely to happen. And can I shift it? Yes. Do I want to shift it? I don't know yet. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's about it for today. Mm. Yeah. So I've been working on a video book. Um, what is a video book? A video book, the way I see it, is like how you read a book with chapters. Yeah, there's two types of books, in my opinion. The way I express it now, there's a book with loose stories. Usually it's like poetry, something like this, loose stories. And of course, the stories are all tied together, but you don't have to read them like this. And then you have books with a storyline. You start at chapter one, and then you know it's like a journey. So I have created two video books, the layers of awareness, and I reordered them because first they were just um, snippets, just clippings made from the reality check videos, and like little insights, standalone insights. And now I reordered them in such a way that they make like a full story. Then I reordered the reality check, which you can all now also watch as a full story. But yeah, laser awareness is okay. I can easily take all these clippings and make them into one video. I think that's one of the things I want to do. And reality check, it felt like no, this is. I just put them in such an order that there's like a gradual build up, from awakening slowly to awareness and beyond. But I feel like maybe documenting three videos where like three chapters, and but yeah, this. I mean, it's just an idea, but yeah. To those new to my channel, I have playlists, and the reality check please, and laser of awareness you can watch like this. You can binge watch them, and all the other playlists you can just jump in anytime, except for daily live report. The first one, the season one, if you watch these you can clearly see me develop as a YouTuber, and the start of the breakup. Anyway, Yeah, so the playlists are like video books. I would rather call them video books than playlists because in general people don't watch playlists. But yeah, why not? I mean, why would you jump in somewhere and get lost? While this dude created like a video book for you. You can binge watch. Yeah, I will put links here and here to both of these playlists, these video book examples. Have fun binge watching. Ciao.